Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Friend or Foe Luna League. We have got some exciting games coming up. Right now, we've got Team H-Block versus Team Skill-Based. This is going to be a pretty interesting one. If H-Block ends up losing this, then that means that we are going to see Church of Alfonso get even closer to a potential first seed. So that'll be really exciting. We do know that Skill-Based has been struggling a lot. Unfortunately, they're not going to be making playoffs, so this is kind of their last hurrah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come out with this.
Yeah, absolutely. SKL just looking to try to, make a name for themselves here, try to get another W on the board. And HBK, yeah, they obviously have a lot to play for. They are sitting, second in the table at the moment, even after that win for COF. So a win here would definitely lock them firmly into that spot. And I was speaking to Idris before the game, and he was basically saying, we think we've got this in the bag, so we're going to be playing pretty much whatever we feel like. So I expect to see some pretty spicy picks coming out. I think this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really tight, and I'm looking forward to it. With these bans we've got coming out, we already see that Theracles' Lysandra has been taken away, and very clearly Team H-Block is not planning on taking the Amumu, so they've gotten rid of that as well. And then we see two very powerful junglers taken away from Idris, which is very smart.
Yeah, of course. Zed, of course, also pretty nasty jungler at the moment in the meta with this assassin jungle meta we've got going on, but it does look like H-Block are going to sit first with. We should mention, of course, as well that Tokyo Tree, the ADC for Team H-Block, is currently on the bench. He's been had to sit on the a little bit of a naughty step timeout at the moment, mate. If you're listening, you've got to get on that EU West tech, my guy. You've got to start flaming in Morse code. That's the real tech nowadays, man. That's what everyone on the US server is doing. So look that up. But anyway, the Shen first pick is going to come out here. This is very flexible, of course. I mean, do we see this in the top lane? I feel like it's most likely going to be in the top lane, but we could, of course, see it support as well.
Yeah, more than likely. I know that we've seen Pro Lupul pull out some crazy stuff before, so there's a potential for him to pull it out into the bot lane. I think we'll need to see a little bit more of the draft to be sure, but most likely that is going to be a top lane Shen. Fairly safe, and going into a Mundo means that it's going to basically, I'm pretty sure Shen wins that matchup, because even though Mundo is able to basically counteract the taunt, you're getting rid of that with the dash pretty easily, so you can have a lot of CC on the rest of your team to facilitate those top lane ganks, make them a little bit easier to pull off. that is going to also just provide Shen a lot of pressure in the side lanes, just being able to help out his team across the map. So a really good pick all around.
Yeah, and of course the Trundle, this is likely going to be the jungle pick. We don't see it in support much anymore, but it is still really good into tanks. So if Jita does decide, well, assuming it's Jita on the Shen, hold that thought because we've got a Heimerdinger here.
Yeah,
I think it might be a top Heimer. Honestly.
It might be a top Heimer because we have seen Heimerdinger come out and do some crazy stuff before. And with this Diana pickup, these are some exceptionally good flex picks on the side of HBK. You can basically send those champions into any lane and they'll be able to do some work. You could even theoretically send Diana into the bot lane as an APC, put a nice defensive support with them. And you've got a pretty good situation down there. It'd be kind of unique. I do want to point at this Trundle pick, though, just because of the fact that Trundle is one of those champs who I feel like he's always been fairly strong. He's always had really good parts of his toolkit. And lately I've been seeing a lot more Trundles out on the Rift, and I've just kind of like been shocked at just how much utility a pillar can have. It's really kind of nuts.
Yeah, and you're a Sejuani enjoyer, aren't you, Sharagan? So you can't be having too much of a good time against the Subjugate. But anyway,
absolutely not. That's just we're not talking about that.
Nah, let's get back to this. We're going to see the Corki picked up here. Most likely, this is for Theracles. It is. We've seen quite a lot of Corki so far in FOF, and it's had mixed results, I would say. The package delivery has been a little bit shaky at times, I think. But hopefully, I have faith in Theracles. I think
to say that it's a little shaky, that's very generous of you, Lolo. There's been some matchups where we've seen it come out, particularly in that UB game a couple of games back. There were a couple of dropped packages that just were not ideal, to say the least, and had to be used pretty defensively. But I do look forward to seeing what Theracles can do. He has used them pretty well on occasion, so we'll have to see. He likes to play aggressive anyway, so I think that's to his advantage. And as we look at these bans right here, we do see that Zishan is getting his Draven and his Caitlyn taken away. I honestly, out of skill base, Zishan is kind of like that sleeper target. Like we've seen Theracles doing really, really good work and doing a lot of stuff across the map and doing making a lot of appearances, right? And Zishan has just been sneaking up on him in the mid to late game fights.
And Zishan, yeah, absolutely, really, really strong player, and he provides the damage where he needs to. We are going to see the Nami coming in here. This is some analysts have taken this as one of the most is going to be a very, very high priority support pick at Worlds alongside the Amumu. This champion is really, really devastating at the moment since the buff she received a couple of patches ago, and she pairs very, very nicely with Lucian. That is arguably the most broken bot lane in the game right now, Lucian Nami, and it's still available. Zishan could still pick us up.
I feel like that's a bit of a deja vu bot lane too. Like I've seen that before multiple times throughout the season. Seems like a pretty strong staple. With this Yasuo pickup though, it immediately makes me go, H-Block, what are you doing? What is this team comp? If you lock in that LeBlanc, I swear, this is just ridiculous. What?
Yeah, Well, so the Diana Yasuo is, of course, a tried and tested, beautiful combination, Moonfall into Last Breath. It is absolutely devastating in fights. It does mean that we will most likely be seeing this Yasuo in the bot lane, I suppose. I mean, if Hayat is comfortable on this, then it is obviously, well, technically an ADC. Yeah.
What? No! Look at SKL! What? A Yone?
So, I really hope...
What?
I really hope this
is... before we hop over, we've got to try and figure out where this H-Block game is going, though. I want to make a prediction on this. Let's figure out where these lanes are, because I think it's Shen, Yas bot, Diana jungle, Heimerdinger top, LeBlanc mid.
I think it's hopium from me, Sharagan. I want to see Heimer top, Diana Yasuo bot lane, LeBlanc mid, and a River Shen. That's what I want to see.
I would love that so much. And then I honestly, I know this Yone is going to be in the mid lane, but I want him in the bot lane.
We don't see Corki ADC very much anymore.
Not very much, so we'll see.
The fabled brothers bot lane would be...
Oh my god, this is going to be crazy. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I don't know if my body is, though.
We'll have to see what happens, and it is going to be a Diana in the jungle for injuries. He did say to me prior to the game that we should look out for his pick. We haven't seen, still an incredibly strong jungle. You don't see it.
And it is a Yone bot. Oh,
It
what is
is.
this game? This game is going to be so nuts. Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's Yasuo Shen, Yone Nami, absolute madness going to be going down in this bot lane. And we're going to see an invade. What more could we ask for? The Shen, of course, he's got the taunt available if they do want to get something early, but it just looks like they're going to get some incredibly aggressive vision onto that red buff. So, I mean, on the other side, of course, we're going to see incredibly aggressive vision going down on the bot side red. So,
yep. So we're gonna see the so we're getting the early aggressive game vision, which I think is good. So here's the thing with SKL. SKL has always has usually done very well in the early game, and then the mid game is where they kind of lose it. It's kind of the same situation with Team Girl, where they've got their moments where they're very strong, but then they just end up losing it in the macro game. So I unfortunately think that's how it's going to play out here, because what's going to end up happening is we're going to see a lot of fights going back and forth. I think SKL is going to win out on a couple of them, and it's going to look really, really good. But then the assassins are going to come online for the side of HBK, and that's going to get a snowball started that's going to allow this Yas to not have to go into a 1 in 10 power spike.
yeah, and he's got the Diana set up where he needs it. He's, well, wait for the bubble. Wait for the bubble.
We got the bubble right there. We got a nice bit of damage coming out of the Pro Lupo, getting a good taunt on 2 members, though. We are not seeing a bubble coming out. I don't know why. Kevin did not start his Q, I don't think.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but either way, it does put quite a lot of damage onto Pro Lupo, but he's just going to heal that back up. He's got... There we go. You see... I'm actually almost surprised. I mean, I called this... I was thinking about this earlier, and normally you see Electrocute on Nami nowadays because of the synergy that it has with, for example, Lucian. But...
Oh, we already got Pro Lupo jumping right on there. Kevin getting exceptionally low. Multiple flashes coming out as well as an Ignite. That is going to be first blood going over to the side of HBK. Pro Lupo going to go down, though, as Zishan putting in the work on this Yone. We got the brothers fighting back and forth. Hayat has gotten Zishan really low. He misses the tornado, though, but Zishan misses the stab, so that means that we're just going to see these brothers both reset. We're probably going to see an engage here again here in just a second, though.
Oh, God. It couldn't be more perfect, could it? The last stand, and it's only like less than 3 minutes in.
It's absolutely ridiculous. This is the kind of League of Legends we want to see. This is what we were expecting. I think this is going to be one heck of a game.
And this cool.
Oh my goodness, the engage on the mid lane is just absolutely gross.
I think you mentioned this before the game, Sharigan. The Corki matchup into the LeBlanc, as I say that.
Nice knock up on Pro Lupo. Pro Lupo getting a lot of damage from the Yone's Spirit Realm. Oh my gosh.
It's just so hard. I mean, the bot lane for HBK.
Lucky Fridge already engaging onto Jita. We got a Trundle Pillar coming up that's going to knock Jita back. Jita's getting really low as he got chomped. But look at this. The Heimer turrets are already getting him really low. Lucky Fridge is not so lucky, and he's going to go down. Roy Shaw has to back away as Idris has come to join this. We have a nice bit of damage flash coming out as Roy Shaw is going to be able to keep himself alive. And that is going to be a disengage right there. Oh my goodness, this game is already getting nuts. And in the bot lane, this fight just keeps on going. I swear I'm going to lose my voice.
It is absolute carnage, and it's only 4 minutes in. Kill a minute. I think we'll have to track that as the game goes on. I doubt it's going to get any less than that. And, well, the top side, you do not want to let a Heimer get online too early on. Theracles is having an awful time in this mid lane, as we have sadly seen many a Corki do in this league.
Many a Corki Zishan getting a good knockup right there.
Yeah, and he's, I think, right now, I'm feeling like it's going to have to be a lot of pressure on his head to make this happen. And I mean, Lucky Fridge knows this. They're going to try to go. Are they going to try to go for the dive? He's hovering.
He's hovering. They could be looking for it. I honestly think with the amount of CC that they have available to them, they theoretically could. But they most likely just want Yas to shove this wave in.
Do you know? Just think how much damage that Kevin would be doing if he had Electrocute, by the way. I mean, he's already doing ridiculous amounts of damage. They're getting poked down pretty low just from that and from the Yone Q. So they're going to get all the pressure they need to if they want to set up this Drake, which is just spawned. They've got all the priority in the river, but it looks like, with of course the shove in on the in the mid lane, Theracles just struggling to farm as best he can. They're coming back.
Ooh, good hit with the tornado from the Steel Tempest right there. Zishan trying to get an engage, but he's not quite able to do it. So this is actually a good lane to pick a Yone into, just because of the fact that you already know that you're going to be dealing with a Shen and a Yasuo, so you've already got that melee matchup, which just makes life nice and easy. And because you can use the Soul Unbound from a distance, and Nami can kind of hover in the front of the lane, she's still up front providing pressure, but it does allow for Yone to step up, get some CS, get some damage off, and then retreat to a safe distance.
Ooh, Theracles has got to be so careful here.
Oh my goodness, he is taking so many engages from Spears right now.
Yeah, and Idris was having a look to see if he could get a dive off. He's going to go for it. He's going to go back and just take his Krugs. But the Ignite's online again for Spears, and that's just kill threat right there. And even with, I mean, he might be baiting this because Lucky Fridge is I don't think he's been seen just yet, but it's just going. The solo lanes right now all going the way of HBK. Royshao, he doesn't have the same sort of clear.
Nami's about the. Oh, is Nami gonna walk into them? I don't know.
Oh,
we're good.
I think she's okay. She's okay. But Idris is hovering, as you said, and he's got all the priority in mid lane to be able to make this happen. It does look like something might be picking up in the bot lane right now. As Royshao is just, he doesn't have the wave clear that a Corki has, so he's just having to sit under his turret, and the cannons are taking the wave.
Right. Zishan going in pretty hard onto Hayat, getting a lot of damage off. The Stolen Bound's going to come out, and that's going to be some extra damage. They're going to bring down Hayat to about half health. Royshao getting exceptionally low as well. Oh, man, that is just... That Heimerdinger top lane is gross. So gross.
He's level 5, though. Everyone's level 5. There's no massive engage just yet. They're gonna wait on 6.
They don't necessarily need the massive engage, because you see that he's waiting right here in the wings. He is soaking up a little bit of extra XP, so that is gonna take him a few seconds to actually get that.
Yeah,
Good tornado coming out. It's going to catch both members of SKL right there. And there's going to be a TP coming out as well. Prulupo having to flash away to stay alive. We've got the nice knockup coming out from the Mortal Steel, and that is going to be a huge whirlwind from Hayat to continue this disengage, but that's going to be Prulupo falling down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Lucky Bridge tries to engage on Spears. Spears getting the Ignite out and picking up themselves yet another kill. Theracles' laner getting really far ahead right now. Already 2 kills on top of their 16 CS gold lead. That just means LeBlanc is going to start getting really, really terrifying.
Yeah, and Idris is coming in. He's 6 now,
Idris
though.
Coming in. He's got 6. He's got the pool. Moonfall coming out, but we got the damage coming out from Zishan. Not going to be enough. He's going to fall. That is going to be the rest of the members of SKL going down as Idris takes down the Nami. She is having sushi tonight. And that is going to mean that this game is now 6-2 with a 3K gold lead, or 2K gold lead, in the advantage of HBK.
Still a kill a minute. And Lucky Fridge, he's going to go up, and whilst this is going on, I mean, he's going to try to cross-map, pick himself up the Herald, whilst Hayat is going to be able to get himself some plates. That he's just not been able to have the same impact with this Trundle so far that Idris has, and it's really paying dividends. I mean, Zishan he's pretty scary right now. He's got his early power spy. Both of the brothers do right now with these boots, but he got this. It's just, you really had to look at the levels, as I was saying, in that fight, because as soon as Idris got himself 6, he could come in with the Moonfall. Hayat wasn't quite there to follow up, but it really didn't matter. He just managed to get it off. They'd already been shunked down previously, and Zishan did try to get the Fate Sealed off, but
yeah. Oh, package being used quite aggressively to just basically cut the lane in half. But unfortunately, that's going to mean that they don't have it when LeBlanc decides to re-engage on them.
If he got the chain there, then he was close to death. The Ignite was not available, but still.
No, did manage to hit the Sigil, though. That's still a lot of damage.
Yeah, it really is. And this top lane, Royshao has gotten himself a roam off, but they didn't manage to get too much out of it. And Jita's just having a field day up here, just farming up. He's gotten himself 2 kills from those earlier fights. Managed to to pick one up quite easily on the 2v1.
All right, we got a nice knockup right there. Last breath coming out, as well as we're going to see Kevin trying to get the disengage off, throwing out the Tide Caller. They're trying to run away. The Ignite is out onto Hayat, but we got the heal coming out as well, but it's not going to matter as the damage from Hayat is just too much, and he just chops him up, and that is going to be a dead Nami. Another kill going over for the side of HBK.
Spears is roaming down as well. This is incredibly dangerous.
We've got the Dark Magician jumping in on top of Zishan. She's doing a lot of damage, gets a nice bit of hook with the Sigil. The Unbound Soul, though, means that he's not going to be able to get away because he's just going to jump right back to where he was before. That is going to be Trundle picking up the shutdown, though, as we see the Subjugate come out and the Chomp. He's able to get himself some delicious extra gold right there. And so we see Lucky Fridge catching a lucky break.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, really valuable for him. Oh,
ooh,
no.
We got the Moonfall coming out onto Theracles. Theracles taking a lot of damage, does not have package available, so they are not able to get away. And Idris is going to pick up an easy kill right there. And poor Kevin is going to get caught out by the Dark Magician once again. No! The Illusionist, that is going to be them killing themselves with the Blast Plant, trying to jump over the wall, but going the wrong direction.
Oh, no. And Kevin is having a really rough time this game. This Nami... She is very strong, but she is very squishy, as you said. A lot of free sushi is going around the rift at the moment. And yeah, you can't walk up like this, man. He does so much damage.
It's a Heimerdinger, my man. You get hit by an ability, those turrets will just shred you to pieces. It doesn't matter that you're a Mundo.
Let's go, brothers, fight.
Good use, Bro Lupul's TP as the Stand United comes down, means that brother is not fighting alone. That is going to be the knock-up on Lucky Fridge as well, as he's going to get taken down. The Ignite coming out to basically just stop all of that healing. Another knock-up from the Whirlwind. Just look at the nice chunk that he did to Kevin's health bar right there. That's 2 ticks already, or a whole tick already gone. Another tick gone. Oh, it's just, there's so much damage coming out from this Yasuo right now. And the thing is, they're running back towards a minion wave. That is not what you want to do when you're running away from a Yas.
Absolutely not. That is, he's got all the minions there if he, yeah, just that is being lost now from Zishan. I am very upset with Hayat there, by the way, with HBK. And where was the honor? That was a beautiful 1v1 between the Oni and the Yasuo, and it got spoiled by a beautiful, as you said, Stud United.
But you see, the thing is, Skillbase was already trolling it by having Trundle appearing in that bot lane.
True. Yeah, they deserved it. That's karma. That's karma right there.
It's karma right there. If you third party my man, I'm a third party you. It's 4 honor rules.
Yeah. Either way, we've still got 1.5 minutes left on these plates, and a lot of them have gone down in the top and bot right now. There's so much gold being... I mean, Hayat is already 5-1. Everyone's got a shutdown apart from the Shen right now. This is... And the goal lead's already nearly 6... It's 6K at 12 minutes.
Yeah, we're not at 6 million yet. We're not there. We're getting there. We are still at the kill a minute phase, though, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Soul Unbound's going to come out. That's a lot of damage they were able to put out onto Hayat, but unfortunately, it's not enough. We do have the Rift Herald drop in the bot lane a little far back, but I think that's just so that it'll allow Lucky Fridge to get up to this bush. We're going to be looking for the engage here. This is going to be down to just a 1.5 plates left. Once that hits, there he goes. He's got 1 plate left, and the engage is too late. Lucky Fridge a little slow on the trigger means that his Yone is going to go down as Idris joins this bot lane fight.
Oh no, just another kill being stacked up for Hayat right now. He's able to get the push in instead. They've still got half the...
Lupo getting a nice taunt under tower, just basically saying, hey, where you going?
Yeah, he's going to be able to stop the back. We can see that Theracles is trying to roam down here and protect this turret. He's got package.
He's got package. He's trying. He is going to be able to get a nice package that's going to prevent Perlupo from being able to get away. He's able to get the shutdown, though, but the last is going to catch 2 members of his SKL and absolutely shred through them. This Yasuo is showing why the samurai are meant to be feared. Hayat chasing down the Corki. Idris is he's now having to back off. He took a lot of damage. He took a rocket to the face. Idris is like, it's okay. I got you, bro. And takes down Corki. Theracles going down.
Yeah. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what more to say apart from that's a Yasuo who's so far accelerated, and they just don't have the way of locking him down. Hayat played that beautifully, and he's got the shield bow. He's working his way towards the Mortal Reminder. That's a classic. That's a build favored by some of the Korean Yasuo mains, I think. But either way, it's going to work nicely against this Yone, this shield bow Corki as well. He's going to be so hard to kill. Not just because there's a Stand United, there's all the other follow-up that they could have. It's it's pretty nightmarish right now for SKL. I'm not gonna lie.
SKL is absolutely terrified right now. Zishan trying to run away, but the thing is, Soul Unbound doesn't actually help you escape, my friend. It does allow you to stay alive just a little bit longer, but when there's 3v2 and you're so far behind, Moonfall coming out means that we're gonna have more sushi, and that is gonna be right there. A Hyatt taking down the Dominate as Yone is not able to escape. He tries to put out his ultimate, but isn't able to dash away, and that is going to be another set of bot lane kills going over to HBK.
You know what's so depressing is every time I've seen the Fate Seal come out from Zishan, he's just trying to get away, and he dies anyway.
His own fate has already been sealed by that point. And unfortunately, Theracles, he's squawking 7,700. He's trying to stay alive, and he's just like, please help me, help me. This dive is going to be really scary. They're going to be looking to jump on him once they get up to this tower.
And, I mean, they have no control of their bot side jungle anymore. I mean, Kevin's got to be careful because he's trying to wrap around, but are they ever? No, they're not. They're not overstaying at all. He's gonna wrap around. That's gonna be the mid lane tier 1 taken down. Hayat is just clearing vision out in the bot side jungle. He's gonna continue to push, and Zishan can't match him. He's a level down.
He's a level down. He's trying to get some farm to keep himself in this game, trying to stay alive. Hayat is just basically jumping under this tower, though, getting a nice bit of damage off. Pro Lupul is also able. They're looking for that dive, but the thing is, the doctor is in, and he's like, it's okay, I got this. So just watch my steady hands. We're good.
Yeah, Rochelle, credit to him, has done a pretty good job of weathering the storm.
Zishan again using the Soul Unbound as though it's a dash. It is not, my friend. Oh my gosh, the wind wall stops the tidal wave in his tracks. The tide collar doesn't work. Kevin taking an exceptional amount of damage. They are ignited, but it's not going to be they are going to go down to the ignite. I thought they had a little bit more health than that. And that is going to be a nice knockup for the last breath. Keeping Spears alive. Oh my goodness.
And Theracles, he TP's in, but there's nothing to take at the moment. As on the other side, Herald's going to go down as well. The cross map is there for both sides. They're winning every single fight at the moment. It's a 10k gold lead at 17 minutes. And as you said, the Soul Unbound.
This fight, it's a fight in the mid lane, and unfortunately, this Trundle is just trolling it, and he's getting caught out and going to get taken down as the illusionist just takes the curtain and drops it on his head.
Yeah, Pro Lupul's pretty safe. Shen support, you don't see it that much, but it's pretty good. He can just run around the map, especially when all his lanes are winning. He can just run around the map. And
it's doing his job. And then there's this little fishy, she's wandering in the jungle. The jungle is not an ocean.
No.
You can't see where you're going.
No, it's Theracles.
You've got Corky, he's squawking Mayday, 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 and Idris is just like, nah, there's no escape from this.
No amount of shield bow heating can get you through that. That is a 5-0 and 3, Diana, my friend. That is with Herald as well, by the way.
Unfortunately, this is not their like. If HBK were to try and push it, they would not be able to make the fastest game time, which I believe is 17 minutes and 40 some odd seconds, which was against INT. And oh my goodness, that game was just absolutely ridiculous. I think it was RLS was the one who picked that up.
We do have a moment to predict the Drake again, Sherigan.
We do have a moment to pick the Drake. I was originally gonna say that it was Infernal. I will state that quite clearly. So in this case, with it not being such, it will probably be a win Drake.
I'm gonna go with Ocean.
Good. Yep. Ocean was first Drake.
Oh, was it? Oh, of course it was. Yeah, my bad. You're going with Cloud where you are. I'm down for Cloud. I like that. I just think that well, to be fair, it just means more ults coming out, and that always makes things more fun. So yeah. In the meantime, well, it is a Cloud. Good call.
Yep. It's a Cloud Soul right there. We're gonna see that. So it means that the ultimates are gonna be coming in pretty quickly. Although I don't know if we're gonna actually see Soul coming out this game. We've got Pro Lupul trying to dash over the wall, getting disrupted by the Trundle turret, the pillar that I was talking about before. We got Hyatt trying to go inside on this, but he's going to basically take a lot of damage, but the Sand United is going to keep him alive right there. We got the last breath dive under towers. He manages to pick up the Nami kill, and we've got Theracles trying to put in some work, but again, he's too weak right now and is not able to do it as the...
It's brutal, isn't it?
Fierce just pierces the poor little plane, and it just goes down.
Well, it's definitely not a 1 in 10. It's much more looking like, well, it's an 11 and 1 at the moment. And even if they pop exhaust on him, he's throwing 2 exhausts coming out. Doesn't matter.
Got a lot of work coming out from the side of HBK, and HBK is just ripping through it. There, although we got Royshal. Royshal, what are you doing? Are you able to get a kill? Unfortunately not. Hayat is going to go legendary. The red turret's going to go down as well. Kevin's going to get sliced to pieces as we see that the Yasuo has come online. He's just a slicing and a dicing the rest of SKL, and there's just nowhere for them to go. They're just getting absolutely shredded. This could be pushed for game. Jita in the middle, meanwhile, just in this top lane, like doop da doop da doo. These turrets are mine. I can take them all as quickly as I want.
Donga Lane Kingdom, man. He's been having just all the time in the world to shove that in.
He's been training his little dragons and having a lot of fun doing it, and they've been. He's just got Hiccup up there with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And now tier 3's well, one of them has got a little sliver of health on it, but inhib down. Mid-tier 3 down as well. That's, yeah, Spears is just recalling in their face. This is ever so slightly disrespectful, but at this stage, you know, it's now
if you've gone 29-6, I feel like it's a situation of the disrespect is in the fact that the game's not over.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to go and take the Baron now. There is absolutely zero contestation for the side of SKL. You know, they're going to go and try to pick up a little bit of, pull back a little bit of farm and experience from this super minion wave that's coming in right now. But ultimately, if you look at the map, the priority is just, it's everywhere. I mean, they haven't been able to touch their bot side jungle for the last 10 minutes. And it's not getting any better with the Baron push, yeah.
It's not. With this Baron push, they're basically going to have a free inhibitor available for them to take as they're just going to start sieging this down. In the meanwhile, they just need to send someone top in order to kind of finish off that turret, and that inhibitor is going to go down. This is probably going to be the last push right here as we see Kevin just stepping up way too far, getting jumped on immediately. The Illusionist, just the Dark Magician just hitting with so much damage right there.
This isn't the first time we've seen a bit of a clinic from Spears, formerly H-Block, on the LeBlanc.
Yup, like, oh my goodness, there's just the Black Rose is absolutely terrifying, and there's a reason why she's at the head. Zishan trying to get the some work done right there, just not quite able to do it. They don't have the damage, unfortunately, and we see that the Troll just gets completely taken out. He has now been banned from the server, and we have the rest of HBK just coming in trying to shred it right here. The last breath for SKL right now coming out. We have a bunch of members jumping onto this fountain trying to stay alive, but unfortunately, that's going to be all she wrote, as the only ones left are Mundo and Nami, and there's nothing they can do to stop H-Block from just destroying their Nexus.
No, that was... Well, I mean, we saw the brothers clash, and it definitely went the... I don't know if he's the older brother, but he's definitely the older in-game brother, so... We'll say he's the older brother for the sake of this. The older brother took the game this time in pretty convincing fashion. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, this is a rough game. You hate to see it. Unfortunately, HBK doing absolutely monstrous. Look at that damage. Everyone on the side of HBK doing more than 3 members of SKL.
A quick bit of calculation tells me he rivals the amount of damage on the entire team of SKL. On his own.
Easy.
So that is, well, you know, we always do see the occasional Yasuo game like this. You know, there's the 10-1s, the 1-10s. In this case, it was a 14-1. I mean, what more is there to break down? You know, just an almost perfect game from the side of HBK. And Idris did say to me, you know, we're just going to play what we feel, and clearly it worked out.
Clearly it did. I do like the spicy picks for the last set of games for SKL. They knew that they put up one hell of a show for their last game of the season, unfortunately. So that's going to be HBK securing their position for playoffs, which means that we're going to be seeing, depending on how this UB game goes, will affect where everything plays out for Church of Alfonso. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back with an interview with Idris, so stick around for that. All righty, folks, welcome back. I am your friendly neighborhood Checkcaster Shargan, and I have got the one, the only Idris from HBK's Jungle doing some major work on that Diana, just bringing the moonfall all over that map. Idris, can you tell me what your plan was going into that draft?
After that last week where we played against like UB and BBZ, like we thought we just like relax and just like, you know, no think, brain empty, just do whatever we wanted. So going to it, like we just played what we wanted to, like we didn't really care if we were gonna like I don't know, like run it down with the draft, because I feel like we're really confident in like how we play as a team that no matter like what the draft is, like we could like perform against like the bottom 4 tier teams. But shout out to SKL, man, like thanks for playing in the league and stuff, it was fun.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that you guys were pretty locked into second seed for going into these playoffs, so that basically like it was kind of an upset for Church of Alfonso to kind of threaten that, and that's probably another reason why y'all were just like, you know, it's like it's fine to take it a little bit easy this game. Going into playoffs though, like what are some of your big kind of plans for dealing with those elimination brackets?
I feel like we have a lot of like tricks up our sleeves. I'm not gonna like reveal any so far, but I think we're pretty much prepared for like what like UB or like BBZ or even like Trip of Alfonso. Like yeah, like I saw them, they just beat like BBZ like or BBZ. Like I'm Canadian, my bad, but
Hey, it's fine. I think a lot of us know what Zed is.
yeah.
It's not just a mid lane champion.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm glad to see you off of BBZ, because now there's like actual competition in like the top 4, and I can't wait for like playoffs. This should be fun.
Which makes me go now. What is your guys' endurance game like? Have you been working on getting that up? Because these are going to be best of 5 series, so those are going to be some really long series.
Now that you mention it, like our endurance is like really good. Like sometimes we play like ARM to like 4 a.m. until we lose, or like maybe sometimes like on a bad day until we win. So I feel like if like for a lot of those like best 5 games, like I think we'll be good.
Man, if you're playing ARM till 4 a.m. when you lose, I need the RNGesus that you got on your side, because I swear to gosh, like it just does not go my way. All right, well, Idris, before I let you go, do you have anything you'd like to say before we start moving into these next games?
All I want to say is like to all the doubters, like last week everyone thought we'd get like swept 0-2 by like BBZ and like UV. All I gotta say is you guys had another thing coming for you, and you have another thing coming for you for the playoffs too.
Yep, looks like H Block is about to just knock people over the head with a block, like with a block of cement or whatever. So it's gonna get kind of crazy. Looking forward to seeing that. Really excited to have you guys out here. We've got the next game coming up now is going to be Fraud Squad versus UB. So that's going to be a really exciting one to watch. So stick around. We will be right back.